Do you hear me? Okay. So thank you, Yasmin. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming back just after the short break. Just a quick question. How many of you spent the last 2 days in GDPR sessions here in Cyberweek? And you still came back for more. So, okay.
Biometrics can be extremely efficient, right? And we've seen examples, and those of us who experience biometrics in our daily lives know that it can be efficient.
The privacy risks that are entailed with biometrics, since the biometric itself has different vectors where biometrics is extra sensitive in comparison to other
Data protection regulations. So we're just going to dive into the GDPR. Why is it a game changer, GDPR? Such intimidating initials. So I would like to...
Well, I can say just 3S of the global turnover, whichever is the highest, and that is something that intimidates even internet giants. And this is something that I think has created the very large attention that it received.
And I have a completely different view. This was, by the way, my view up until 3 weeks before May 25th. So reading the law, understanding the complexities, all of that are huge game changers. But it occurred to me a few weeks care of your privacy issues from day one and implemented privacy by design and thought about it thoroughly, you can explain, and you can explain to them as well. Another big game changer to me.
So we were running out of time, but you want to comment, so I can't hold you. So, yeah. Michael.
Just to the first point, I would say that the...
Just wanted to move on to some of the details because this is not a Google session, still it's about the GDPR session.
To the GDPR new privacy security regulations, who state and include biometrics within a category of special sensitive.
That specific phrase is in the GDPR definition for the application of biometrics. And for instance, for voice recordings, if you only capture the voice recordings,
You can identify each of us separately.
So if we touch the unique definition of unique identifying, let's say I use fingerprints in my application, and I decide to create a template using only 4 minutia points. So, and I can argue that that's not unique enough, maybe for one-to-one search, but one-to-one comparison, but not to a one-to-many search in order to identify a person. Would that make me go out of the definition of biometrics regarding the GDPR? One of the circumstances in which you can process or control biometrics is when you get your data subjects explicit.
From a practical perspective, rides a lot about on the fact that it's separate than all of the other consents that one gives. So if there are other features that are related to the service and you're obtaining, and there is an addition.
So I had a plan to talk about territorial scope and all that and adequacy, but we are running out of time, and I did ask you to answer the survey. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about your opinions. First question was, what personal information do you find most sensitive? And I'm happy to see that 25 said yes, but 17 said no. So get on board, people.